Bone Crusher Smith, a big guy. There are other big guys. They throw punches from way out in the bleachers. They land on people, and nothing seems to happen. What does it take for a real knockout puncher to get the job done?
Well, there's a certain kind of knockout punches. There's something, being a big man really doesn't matter. It has no significance in knocking out someone. The main point is the quickness and what you throw the punches and the leverage is what you have in the shoulder snap. And the object of really knocking out an individual is throwing a punch where he can't see. And when there's combination punches, and when you throw punches and you keep his mind preoccupied with the body punches, and the other two punches that come to the head are the knockout punches.
Mike Tyson takes 2 steps forward. Let's go with a couple of lefts. Now a right, a left. He's got him down.
Upstairs and is trying to bring ice to the knife. Medina, what a punch! And down goes Medina, and David Benavidez has starched Rogelio Medina.
So counter right hand by Mike Tyson is invited. And there was an uppercut. What a shot. Such punching power is that he always stays in punching range of his opponent. He's on top of him, so that those kinds of punches will frequently hit an opponent without the opponent seeing the punch, and those are the punches that do the most damage. There it is.
Was in trouble in both the first and second rounds, and now he's in trouble here.
And then again, there's one-punch knockout punches, which they throw one punch to the body, boom, boom, and then the other punch to the head, which again, the opponent's mind is so preoccupied on the one punch, which rattles him just a little bit, and that's when the other punch comes in.
Castiamato, of course, right hand by Tyson. First punch thrown in the fight. There you see Eddie Richardson. Wow, it just turned his head around on his neck, and Richardson looks up and goes, I can't believe it.
Robert Duran is not a move.
That was a right hand, and down goes Holmes from a crashing right hand.
You know, what I see in what you're saying is one, getting the shoulder in. A lot of fighters are arm punches. And secondly, the quickness so that the opponent doesn't see the punch, and that's what knocks him out. He's not prepared for it.
Absolutely.
With a hook, because I noticed his right hand was down enough to get the hook in. So it was like a step to the left, throw the hook. Step to the left, throw the hook. To get leverage and balance. So that's what you've seen right there was the left hook.
How important is footwork in that?
Footwork is in positioning is very important. Once you're in position, you can throw those shots that you need to throw, whether it's to the right, to the left. But position is very important, especially for the hook. And most punches, you got to have a positioning to throw it. But definitely the hook to get leverage. You go to your left, not your right, to throw the left hook. Throwing the right hook, you go to your right to throw the right hook because that's where the leverage and the balance is at. Everything is about leverage and balance. Step 2, that was hook to the body, hook to the head, hook to the body. Again, positioning. Positioning to throw the left hook if you're left-handed. Orthodox, you throw the left hook to the body, throw it to the head, throw it to the head or throw it to the body. Either way, as long as you got leverage and you're in position to throw that punch, it's one of the devastating punches that, you know, will basically cripple.
Hoya with another good left hook to the body.
And seems using his left shoulder.
On a body punch by Hopkins.
Take a look at what happened at the end of the fight with the knockdown and knockout on a body punch. You describe it.
I'm setting him up with the jab. I believe I threw a jab. And then I leaned to the left and hit him right under the liver. That's one of the great body shots. Yeah, that was, and that right there, I heard like a wind come out. And then I went up with a little left hook. That hook wasn't too much damage, but the left hook was the one that really made him say, I heard like the wind come out of him.
The left jab, which I feel the most important punch in boxing. What do you think?
I agree.
Tyson.
A jab can set up a lot for you,
And the jab can also get you out of a lot of trouble. You get hit with a big shot and you're hurt, that jab can keep a guy off of you and keep him out of range. And it also allows you can win around with a jab if you know how to use it. So the jab is just it's a lost art today.
Distance, leverage, timing, a lot of that is set up with the jab. One of the things I love that you do is you fence with it, you know, to get that distance. Give us a little illustration here of Andre Ward's jab, fencing, setting up.
Well, I'll give you an example, even with a southpaw. You turn this way for a second. When I fought Chad Dawson, it allows me to touch him, feel him, and then boom, come over the top at the same time. And he doesn't know if I'm going to parry with it or if I'm going to feint and come over the top. So this is just something that allows me to not only get in range to punch, but it allows me to get out of range. Throw a punch at me. Spin out. Control you with this. Can move you. Can block with it. And keep this here. If I got my right hand up to protect from a hook, you can throw whatever you want to throw. I'm in here. See, Floyd Mayweather does a shoulder roll. He's got this up to protect from a hook. And he's got this shoulder, throw the right hand. Sometimes he'll roll. He's perfected that. Yeah. I was always taught to use this. So when you throw a right hand at me, throw a right hand, and here, counter, boom. I can, boom, make it real discouraging for you to want to punch. Yeah. If I don't want you to hit me.
By the way, since we're on that topic and so many of the young fighters have picked up off that, it's great defensively. But I think that style, that Philly crab, I think it minimizes your offense.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Well, you just got to know when to use it. Now, if I want to rest in a round, that's when I go to what we call my prevent. You just called it the Philly crab, where I got this hand up and I'm controlling you. Or if I got a big, strong, aggressive guy, and this is what Larry Holmes did. First couple rounds, I don't need to do nothing but really just jab and just control you. And one punch that I stole from Floyd Mayweather that he originated was the jab to the stomach.
Right to solar plexus.
Put both your hands up. Guys are not ready for the jab to the stomach. I can look a guy right here, boom, hit him in the stomach. That's a body shot, but it's at long range. I don't have to be in close and be susceptible to short shots myself. I can be long range the first 2 rounds, boom, give me that air. Steal air from them. Boom, it's stabbing them in their gut. That's also slowly breaking them down.
I love that term, and it shows you're old school because even though you're only 29, Mike McCallum used that thing, you know, stabbing, and it's an old school term. But that thing to the body, it can paralyze a guy momentarily as well.
It's going to drain you, but then off of just beating you up slowly, now I can bring something off of the jab. I can take you here, and I've hit you there 3 or 4 times, fake, boom, come with the hook. Or if I still want to beat you up with the jab, I can feint, boom, come with the jab. I can do that all night long, and then I look you here, boom, I go back downstairs, and that's just discouraging.
Когда, допустим, это если я работаю рукой?
Это прикрывает голову.
Высота какая должна быть?
Вот, ты вот здесь прикрываешь.
Бровь?
Да.
Уровень брови?
Ну, вот здесь она в основном. Чуть-чуть ближе, не перед глазом, а вот здесь ты защищаешь, потому что...
Боковой?
Да, потому что может туда зайти, вот сюда зайдет. То есть он здесь.
Не, ну у меня по-любому зайдет.
Кулак зажат, рука полностью расслаблена, плечи расслаблены. То есть вот этого не должно быть, зажатия не должно быть. Да, если тебе сейчас так комфортно, чуть-чуть локоточки, но в основном ты должен контролировать.
Что первое идет? Выпрямление руки, потом нога? Или
нет,
сначала нога и потом рука?
Идет
и одновременно? Нога, рука.
Толчок, да. У тебя одновременно идет. Ты если раз. То есть это затравка и выдает. То есть ты даешь ногой сначала. Ну, то есть ты выталкиваешься, бежишь, вперед идешь, не иди. А теперь попробуй, выходя задней, вот с этого положения, не тянуться, не оттягиваться, а вот. Чун, возврат. Раз, возврат передний. О, ну чуть-чуть развернуть, задняя рука уходит, и ты, получается, идешь противовесом.
Все, понял.
Да. Да. О.
You turn what is your torso, but I don't bounce the blow off it. I push it. So that it doesn't bounce back to me like this. I like to put it in and in the fight by habit.
bounce it back and just like that. I mean, you kind of push it in like this. How do you
Like
push
this.
it in? Or should I push it like this? Like this? Yes, because I don't bounce it back. Ah, that happens now. Ah, yes.
Does he have the jab to keep Canelo Alvarez at bay? Does he have that stick? Down body shot. One body shot.
Those punches there, watch this shot here. And it's a delayed reaction. All of a sudden now it takes effect. And now off of him.
No, he doesn't. Down he goes. He can do. That was a headshot. Down he goes to the body, and that should do it.
It's over.
That is it.
It's over.
Ricky Gonzalez makes the right call.
Possible for you.
Yeah.
Because my hand here.
Yeah.
I want step back, same. You know? You don't want. You can't. Because mine is very important. Frontal like that. And frontal every time. That's mine. You know? Like front. Yeah. Frontal. Yeah. Look, your position like that. You want here, you lose.
Yeah.
Like that every time. Push.
Yeah.
Push. Doesn't matter. You like that, you lose.
Yeah.
Little bit. Not look. This. Not like that. Look. This. Little bit. This. Yeah.
Con la frente aquí para que no lo está moviendo para allá, pero está haciendo las piernas como.
Yeah. And swing. Look. Like this every time. Little bit down because your hand up.
Up. Yeah.
You know. You want more. Maybe your car down. Your car. Look. Like that. And a little bit here. A little bit here. And push. A little bit here. Not here.
Yeah.
You know here, step. No, like that. Step. Bam. That's different. No, it's very. Not before you. Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And Sugar Ray Leonard is not. He is being forced to fight Duran's fight, which is what you're seeing. But Leonard apparently feels he can beat him now. Great right uppercut by Leonard.
More sprightly. Now Chavez lands a left and a right.
Not before you. Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
At impact, you want to tighten your fists. Is that kind of how you do it?
Right. What you do is, at impact, when you're going to get ready to throw that punch, in your mind, you're thinking, I'm going to throw it. When it's halfway here, you close it. The reason why we keep it open is because the punch, when it's relaxed, it comes much faster. If you're so tense and you want to throw it so strong, the punch, you can see it in your face. First of all, your opponent can see it in your face. And the punch comes harder, but slower.
One of the things you do so well is fight within the pocket. I mean, when you think of guys that move around, you can fight in a phone booth and still not get hit.
All day.
Demonstrate fighting in the pocket.
In the pocket, okay. He's like this. I know sometimes when it don't matter anyway. If a guy like this, I'm in the pocket. No, shoot right here to my right. If he go to my body, I come up. If he go with the hook, I come right here. Shoot the hook. You can come here. Anywhere, or up top.
A lot of weapons in his arsenal.
And again, to repeat the point that Emmanuel has made several times, such remarkable accuracy on his punches. Left hook floors Corley.
With the jab, sticks the right hand in there.
He wants to show this guy what a good is. He can load shots off the ropes. He wants to show this guy
Now, again, defense is your trademark, and I'm always fascinated how we're always taught you're going to be up like this, and you're not. You're like this.
Okay, right here.
All right. How does this work now? Why does this work for you?
Because
classic Mayweather style.
Okay, here. If a guy shoot a jab, I could pick his jab.
Right.
If a guy shoots a jab, I could pick his jab. If he come around the hook, I catch the hook right here. Pick his jab right here. Catch the hook right here. If he shoot the right hand, I do like this, then I roll back and come.
Right.
So it's more like I can roll my shoulder and come here. I can roll my shoulder and come here. I can roll my shoulder and come there. And I can pick his shots like this. Either way, or I can slide under.
Straight right hand. Lead right hand by Mayweather. Standing toe to toe. Sometimes that's a counterpunch and you get help.
Ese más o menos.
Entre más cerca él se acerca es peor.
He says the closer you get, it's worse for you.
Tiene que entrar con el jab.
Always come in with the jab. Always.
Ahora tiene que entrar con la derecha, por eso tiene que estar aquí.
So come in with the jab and the right hand.
Ya, ¿sí? ¿Ok? Ese soy yo. Otro no es. No.
That's defending, but that's him.
Sí, porque ahí yo lo estoy viendo y porque ahí me lo sé hasta de memoria.
He knows already that, you know, what you're going to do.
Ya yo vi dónde está el efecto y cuándo yo le puedo pegar.
He already showed him, you know, where he can hit you. He's already thinking ahead.
Yeah. Juan, tu jab. Ok, ahora estamos aquí, ahora estamos boxeando.
Now we're boxing. That.
Aquí, ahí, ahí, aquí. No. Ahí, tira a la derecha, ahí, ¿yo viste? Pues estoy viendo, aquí. ¡Joder!
Always gotta keep the air in the head.
Aquí, toma ya. Pum, pum, you see? Es rápido, ahora, eso que yo le eché el pie adelante. Toma. Ah, you see? Ahí lo tengo aquí muerto.
Not hard, but it goes to show you the rope. Oh, right hand! He hurt Leonard. Now watch this right hand. Watch Duran's right hand land flush on the chin, and watch the way that Sugar Ray has to back up into the ropes to avoid. Look at the way that Duran follows him in. That's killer instinct.
Te va a tirar a la derecha ahora. Come on. Tú tienes que estar look me. Jab, I move. Jab, come on, move. ¿Por qué la mano aquí? Porque él viene por la derecha.
That's why the right hand, why the left hand on top, because he wants you to throw with the right hand. Go ahead, so he says, go ahead, throw in the right hand.
¿Yo sé? Te va a quedar aquí. ¡Ay! ¿Eso? Tiene que aprender eso. Practicarlo con el saco y practicarlo con otro sparring y pensar lo que están haciendo.
That's, you know, that's things you learn over time, hitting the bag and practicing with the opponent. Always, you know, thinking ahead, planning your moves. Is not just throwing punches for throwing. You gotta think, and you gotta see always the hands of your opponent.
Te pegan uno, ya vas a perder por inercia, vas a perder la coordinación. Entonces, si te pegan uno, mejor es contacto antes de la pelea. O sea, no quieras. No sigas. Te pegaron uno, mejor es contrato. Porque si de ahí, en vez de venir el otro, ya va a venir la derecha.
Porque no vas a saber qué hacer. Después de eso perdiste.
O sea, como ya viste que te pegué uno y te pegué el segundo. Porque perdiste la coordinación. Entonces, si te pegaron uno, mejor es para atrás.
And one of the things you've done as good as anybody, how many times have we seen Bernard Hopkins cut
None, not once. Not once out of 50-plus fights.
How many times have we seen him on the canvas? Not too many.
A couple of times out of my whole 20-something year career.
How many times have we seen him knocked out?
None. Absolutely none. Not even hurt.
Why? Defense.
One is because I can duck pretty good, and the second because of defense. That plays a part. And you know, defense is a good offense. Offense is a good defense. Hit and not get hit is the name of the game.
So a boxer's jabbing at Bernard Hopkins.
I'm jabbing back. I'm jabbing back. I'm jabbing back. I'm jabbing back.
Every time
he throws the right hand, so I'm jabbing back. I'm here. Then I'm blocking. So I'm constantly jabbing. Jab, jab. I'm jabbing with you. Jab, jab. I'm jabbing with you. 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 Then I'm hit. See, I'm here. Then I'm there. So every time you jab, I want to jab twice. Jab once. Pop, pop. Jab 2 times. Pop, pop, pop. Either you want to stop jabbing or we're going to be jabbing, setting each other up with shots, and it's going to be a great fight. Because you know you got a jab to keep me off you. I got a jab to keep you off of me. So that's when it becomes now a fight of who can out jab who can out point who, and who can be consistent and letting other punches come behind that jab that will set up a knockout.
Anytime if I didn't want to be a fighter, I tell the amateurs that think about, kids that think about fighting, I say, now look, you need to understand that if you want to be a boxer, you need to be prepared to be hit. You watch kids and the way that they box, and you can tell instantly that they're scared to be hit. Now I'm not saying go out there and get hit, but I'm saying you need to be mentally, physically prepared to get hit. So that when you do get hit, you don't get into that little scared mode, okay? I'm a visualization type of fighter. I visualize many outcomes. I visualize myself being up on the ropes, being pounded on, having him up on the ropes, pounding on him. I visualize taking critical blows. I visualize myself having to take a knee if I need to. And there's fights that have happened where the fight could have been prolonged if the fighter was smart enough to take a knee. If you have the skills that I believe that I do have and possess, it is wise to utilize that moment to get a recovery for oneself so that you can put yourself back into the fight. It's like a wave. There are ups and downs throughout the fight. The fight is not always going in your direction. Doesn't mean that you cannot overcome it and start to put it back into your direction.
Box offensively. You box, but you're coming forward a lot when you're fighting. Talk about that.
Well, the thing about me is that, yeah, I am a very good counterpuncher. Balance is going to be when you punch. Because you'll see some guys, when they punch, boom, boom, their balance is here. And those are the guys that are easy to counter. There's the guys that you come, pow, 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 and they're right here. So those guys are hard to counter because they can roll back.
You know, I think what makes the great fighters are the ones that can think.
When I do this, you know when I come in, it's going to be harder for me if I get hit with the jab.
Right.
Rather than doing this. If I get hit with the jab, it's not as hard. But if I'm moving left, right, it's harder for you to hit me. You know, so for everything that we know is that, like life, there's always something good and there's always something bad. There's always a positive and negative in it. So, you know, all the things that I do, I try to counter, like, when I'm throwing my jab, I want to be able to move and see, one thing that I do is I like to counter a lot, you know, so I use this one as a setup. So
you're setting up your counter.
So when you throw a jab, when you throw it right here, just right in the face, a jab, throw a jab in there, bam, bam. See, a lot of guys see your jab is there, so I can't come up because you're covered here.
So you go over the top or underneath?
So what I do is, you're right there, right? There's so many ways to do it. I go here, or if your jab is low, I go here. So for you, it's gonna be here because that's how you throw your jab. Everything that I do, I look from your legs to your hips to your shoulder. Never look at the guy in the eye. That's my rules.
You know,
the eyes can fool you.
One of the things I really notice is your vision inside the ring is excellent.
I have this. I see this. I see this. I know where the referee is. I know where the rope is, because I see everything. I just see everything from every movement, really. The thing is, you can't see all the punches, but you can tell from every movement, from the legs to the arms, that something is coming. And when something is coming, the best thing is to step out to that range where you can't hit me. And when you're punching, you're gonna have to try to get to my range. So when I get there, I'm at your range already. So that's how I counter.
doing?
Throwing the jab.
Oh,
No, I'm throwing the jab. I'm showing you.
Oh, okay.
But I'm showing you how you do it and how you're supposed to do it, in a sense to get more speed out of it. So my hands here doesn't drop back to throw. It comes right from here.
So you're not stepping into it off your back?
Well,
no. I mean,
you
it's just a stand up.
Yeah. No, it's a step. You
sorry.
have to step. The motion is forward. So it's like this.
Oh wait, Jay. Jay, don't worry about it. Bring it off.
Better. Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay, stop. Throw it from there. So that tells you I've actually moved you closer to the target.
Right.
So you're closer to the target now. So, you don't have to bring it. It doesn't have to start from here. So it has a shorter distance to go.
Kind of like cheating. Right.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this real quick. These days, a lot of fighters are taught hands first. They never look at their feet. Just throw a jab. They're teaching the kid how to box. I was taught feet first. Learn to use your feet with the jab. So that way, throw at me. Just throw a combination. Control you with my feet. We have to throw a punch. I'm making you use your feet. And all of a sudden, I'm back up inside, and we're going to fight the fight I want to fight. Now, in the center of the ring, I don't even have to move that much. It's inches, but it starts with my feet, not my hands. Here. Throw a jab. Here. Boom. Got you. I'm off. So it's the feet that...
Feet first.
If you haven't trained your feet the way that I've trained my feet, you're going to get tired. If all your mitt work is in place with your coach here, and you got to throw a pretty combination, but you're not moving your feet, but I'm drilling my feet every day, moving my feet, learning how to move like this, and we get into a situation where you have to move your feet faster than you want to, plus you're getting hit, it's going to be rough.
How does a fighter learn that? You have some God-given talent. How does a guy learn that?
Well, it's like I said with me and my coach, drills.
Right.
Drills in the ring where I want to stand here and look pretty with Bird. He's like, no. Come behind the jab, track me down, and then let go of your punches. And then I'm coming at you, get out of the way, get out of the way. Just years and years of drills.
One of the things that I constantly gripe about, probably because I'm old and we never used them in my day. Ali never used them, Ray Robinson never used them, Ray Leonard never, are mitts. And I know they're an effective tool. I know they're important, but they are the most overused thing in boxing with these young kids coming up, in my opinion. I'll just let you comment one way or the other, because I don't know what your opinion is.
Well, it just depends on, what your preference is. Some guys never use them. They've been great fighters, like you said. I don't know if Ali ever used it.
Never.
I don't know about Ray Leonard. I mean, those guys bang the heavy bag. But it just depends on, I like it personally because it works my hand-and-eye coordination, and we're able to simulate a real situation. I can bang that bag, it can sound good, and it can look good, and it's a place for that, to build up my power, work on the power in my single shots. But if this man can create a situation for me where I have to think, react, and then he can come at me with the mitt, and I have to get out of the way like a real fight, for me, that has benefited me.
Then how important is it the guy holding the mitts then? Because I doubt everybody works the mitts and knows what to do like Virgil does.
I mean, you look at I never looked at this when it came to trainers. And Virg used to always say, man, if you look at probably 80% of mitt work, it's all in place. Guy has a pretty target here, pretty target here, pretty target. And you hear pop, 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 pop. He said, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't like a lot of the drills we do because it takes me out of my comfort zone and it makes me work my whole body instead of just standing here banging away looking pretty. But when I get in the ring, it transfers over. Some people, they don't know how to categorize my style, so they'll say, oh, he's got speed, or he's a good boxer. But I'll use the phrase that Bruce Lee used before. I'm formless. I'm gonna be whatever I need to be. So one thing that people underestimate with me is they get ready to fight, and the cat is out of the bag right now, but they train to just fight a boxer, but the next thing they know, boom, I've slipped up inside of them and I can push them back and I can beat on them. Here, boom, they throw, I can block, come boom, 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 hit you 3 times. Like with Chad Dawson, we just kept pushing them back. The next thing you know, I'm up on you again, but I'm hitting you with short shots. Bang, bang, bang.
And no time to react.
Bang, bang. Getting you out the way. Then we start all over again. Take you back to deep water. Let you think about what just happened. And then I'm right back again. And it just keeps going on until you break down. And then all of a sudden, boom, boom, like with Chad, and the shot gets through. And I've never wanted to be a guy who had one style where, you know, hey man, Andre's a good boxer, but if you pressure him and bully him back, you'll get him. Or hey, he's a good brawler, but if you box him, you can outbox. I wanted to be an all-around guy, and that's what I'm developing into being is, man, I can fight a tall, rangy southpaw like Chad, but I can also fight, you know, a rugged guy like Abraham or Miranda. Like that's the fighter that I always wanted to be, an all-terrain fighter in this ring where I'm comfortable. If my back is to the ropes and you're coming at me, I know what to do. I'm comfortable in the center of the ring. And counter I can do. I'm comfortable backing you up if I gotta push you back. I'm comfortable. This whole ring, I wanna be comfortable. I don't wanna have an area that makes me nervous.
This is what it is, okay? I said empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. Like that, is it?